All right, so in this video, we're going to talk about shrinking testicles and man boobs, okay? Now, there's a condition called hypogonadism, where you have atrophy of your gonads, your testicles. And that actually comes from liver damage, whether it's a fatty liver, maybe an inflamed liver, which reduces the function, or more commonly, a liver that's filled with scar tissue, that's cirrhosis. Now, when you have a damaged liver, you inhibit the receptors for growth hormone. Growth hormone is made by the pituitary. It's sent down to the liver, and then it triggers another hormone called IGF-1 that is basically made by the liver. And you're going to have an inability for that growth hormone to connect to the liver because the receptors are not receiving. And also you're going to have a less production of IGF-1 in general. And that is going to reduce testosterone because IGF normally stimulates testosterone production. And when testosterone goes down, you have a spike in estrogen, okay? Now, there's been studies that they have actually injected IGF in men to reverse testicular atrophy, okay, at least short term, so we can see this effect of IGF on testosterone. But that comes with a package. There's other side effects. Also, alcohol increases the toxicity of the gonads as well. And I think because if there's liver damage, you don't have the enzymes to detoxify alcohol like you should, and that builds up toxicity. So when you have a reduction of testosterone, you have loss of libido, you're impotent, you have feminizing effects like man boobs, and a reduction in sperm, okay? And you also have the androgens in your body, not just in the liver, but to the entire body, being converted over to estrogen through a certain enzyme. All right, so what is the solution? Do you take certain herbs to stimulate the production of testosterone, or maybe testosterone replacement therapy? Well, what about just fixing the liver? Okay, that gets to the root, because every time you take a hormone, for example, your body will then not have to produce. So that creates more hypogonadism. So how do we repair the liver, okay? Well, the liver is unique in that it has amazing reparative properties, okay? It can bounce back if you know what to do. Now, in this situation where you have your actual testosterone being converted to estrogen, you can take an enzyme blocker, and that would be like stinging nettle root. That would be one. So stinging nettle root is a really good inhibitor of aromatase, and this will stop this production of estrogen in the body. Now, the next thing to consider is time. A lot of times people in their mind think it's going to be a 2-week process. So the liver is a very large organ, so it does take time. So you're just going to have patience and realize that the time it takes to repair the liver could be a few years. Okay, so I don't want to set you up for this this idea that, oh yeah, it's going to be 2 weeks and it's going to be cured and everything's going to be fine. It takes quite a bit of time. All right, second point. We want to stop the things that are causing the problem in the first place. And yes, that does include alcohol. Alcohol is going to worsen the problem in the liver. You're going to have to put that on hold right now. If you want a good substitute, I recommend kombucha tea. Make sure the sugar is really, really low. You also want to avoid junk food, and you want to increase the quality of food, organic meats, organic vegetables, because all those pesticides and chemicals make things worse. Now, you may have been watching my other videos and you know about keto, but if you don't, I put a link down below. You need to get on a healthy version of the ketogenic diet. That way we can reduce the carbs and the sugar, reduce the stress, and start repairing the liver, not to mention help to take the fat off the liver as well. All right, the next point is choline. Choline is a very essential nutrient to help take the fat off of the liver. It has properties of improving liver function. It does a lot for the liver, so you want to get a good choline supplement and start taking that, as well as vitamin E and vitamin D. Get vitamin D3, and as far as the vitamin E goes, make sure you get a nice food concentrate, something that has a combination of tocotrienols and tocopherols, not a synthetic version of vitamin E. Vitamin E is very protective of the liver, and vitamin D3 is also beneficial to the liver as well. Now, phytonutrients that come from leafy greens and cruciferous vegetables are chemoprotective. So they do have certain compounds that are not just anti-cancer, but they're also good to support the detoxification enzymes it does a lot for the liver. So a lot of leafy greens would be very beneficial. And then number 5, good amount of exercise. Exercise can actually really increase the blood flow, and also it helps stimulate growth hormone as well. And by the way, this next thing, intermittent fasting, is probably one of the most powerful things you can do for the liver, because it can actually increase growth hormone. And if you have scar tissue in the liver or cirrhosis, it can help repair that through an action called autophagy. I put a link down below for more information about that. So if we do the intermittent fasting correctly, on top of all these, we can repair the liver function and start to regain the testosterone by improving the actual function of the gland itself. So we target the cause of this problem to improve the many downstream consequences that this will create. All right, thanks for watching. Hey guys, real quick, I have a new healthy keto eating plan for you. Just go to drberg.com. It's right on the front page. I put a link down below. Download it. It's free. Check it out.